Hi, I'm PackRat556. I wanted to do a gear review for you tonight, off the cuff basically. This is a small alcohol stove which I received as a Christmas gift, and I just actually took it off the packaging right now. I have never used it, had no experience with it, so I don't know whether this is going to be a recommendation or not, but we're going to find out together. Just to give you some basic information about the stove, it's called a Vargo Titanium Triad stove. This is the full packaging. It was just basically clamped onto this little cardboard insert, I guess. On the back it has a little information about the stove, and here are the claims that the company makes. We'll test it out and find out together. It says that it will boil 2 cups of water in 6 minutes. It has a retractable top and bottom legs. It is a very compact design. You can see down under the next heading, weight, it's only 1 ounce. It is very lightweight. You would never know it was in your pack. Something that I'm curious about is it says it has a burn time of 20 minutes when filled with denatured alcohol, and easy to clean and maintain, and it's very reliable. So we're going to test out, and I'm going to find out if this stove is worthy of all these claims. The instructions are very simple on the stove. Basically, you fill it up with alcohol and you light it. The alcohol here in this little concave area would act as a primer, and once the alcohol starts to vaporize, it should create a burning action or burner action here. Just to show you the design, I mean, this is all there is to it. It basically reminds me of the soda can stove which I made some time ago. It's just that this is an improvement over that. A, because it's even lighter, I believe, than that stove, and also because it does have the little legs and as well the pot stand. My suspicion is that this pot stand is going to fit my Nalgene cup perfectly. So let's check that together and see. And this is a 16-ounce cup, which is made to fit on my 32-ounce Nalgene bottle. And I think it's going to fit perfect. Okay, I don't think it's going to sit well until I put the water in it. So let's test that. I'm only putting about 8 ounces of water here because I'm actually going to use this for coffee. Alright, so you can see it does fit, just as I suspected, pretty well. I'm going to adjust the camera if you guys will bear with me on that. It fits pretty well on there. So you can see I'm not having to support it in any way. Alright, this is warm water out of my faucet. It's so cold in the shop actually that the water's smoking. And it's really barely, it's like lukewarm. It's really cold out tonight, you guys. Alright, let's give it a shot filling the stove. This is just some denatured alcohol, which I poured in this dispenser bottle. And I'm going to attempt to fill up the stove for the first time. This is somewhat familiar because it very much so resembles a soda can stove, if you've seen those. It actually holds a fair amount of alcohol. I think it might be about full. Alright, let's give it a light and see what happens. It's probably hard for you guys to see. Tell you what I'm going to do. Dim the light a little bit and see if you can see the flame just a little more. Okay guys, well, it's been about 2 minutes now. I went ahead and put the cup on the stove. Hopefully that heat which is coming out from the center jet, the fill hole, hopefully will reflect some of that heat back down and help the alcohol to start to vaporize just a little more. It's still burning and it's got a nice blue flame, and I guess we're just waiting for it to get hot enough to vaporize. So I'll bring you back in just a minute and let you see how it's going. Okay guys, well I've done something I don't really like to do a whole lot in my videos, and that is that I have taken the camera off the tripod. But I just wanted to show you from this point of view, this angle, what this actually looks like. Oh, and there we go. It got hot enough to vaporize, and so now we've got fire coming from our jets. Sorry, the video's a little fuzzy, I think. Alright, I'll be back. Okay guys, well it's been about 3 minutes now into the boil time, or excuse me, into the cooking time, and we still got a real good flame going down on the stove, and I'm starting to get some smoke rising from the cup, a lot more so. So I think that so far it's going pretty well. I'm going to try to bring this light down just a hair. I don't know how that's going to work with the picture on the camera. I'll let you see. It's pretty good. It's kind of coming around the bottom of the cup just a little bit. So we're getting some heat in our water. Stick with me. Okay guys, well I decided before I finished up showing you the demonstration of this stove, I would put this little clip back in. This is actually done after the demonstration, but I wanted to make a little comparison between the Pocket Rocket stove made by MSR, which I have a review of on my channel, which I've been very impressed with. This stove has performed well for me, but I wanted to compare that to this little alcohol stove, and then I'll show you the ending of the demonstration with the stove. This is the denatured alcohol, which I fueled the stove with. This is 1 quart of alcohol, which I purchased from Walmart, and I'm guessing it was about $6, I think. This is the little bottle that I fueled the stove with, and this bottle wasn't full when I started, and you can see it's still 3/4 of the way full. I think that this stove, this little bottle, 4-ounce bottle, would fill that stove probably about 6 to 7 times. And with a 20-minute burn time on each one, 140 minutes off of this, and then this would fill this, I don't know how many times. You know, it's a quart versus 4 ounces. So those of you guys that know that conversion there, you can figure it out. The MSR on this 8-ounce IsoPro fuel canister, which costs the same thing as that 1 quart of denatured alcohol, will burn 60 minutes. So for fuel efficiency and cost efficiency, this is going to put a real hurting on the MSR stove. MSR stove weighs 3 ounces, not including the fuel cylinder, just the stove itself, and then you got to carry this bulky fuel cylinder in your backpack as well. With this, it weighs 1 ounce, so it's a third as far as the stove goes, and then you only got to carry like this 4-ounce bottle of alcohol with you, and you can fuel your stove for 140 minutes to over 2 hours. So I'm very impressed with this stove in comparison to the MSR, just in case anybody might have wondered which one of these I would prefer. The MSR probably will boil the water maybe just a little faster, but I'll be honest with you, I was impressed with the performance on this one. And as far as weight and cost efficiency, this right here is going to be on top. So just wanted to share that idea with you guys. Well guys, I'm going to say that the claims made by the company on the stove are pretty accurate, because it's been boiling for, the water's starting to boil now. Actually first started to boil at about 6 minutes approximately. So I'm going to dare say that if you put this on as soon as you lit the primer with 2 cups of water, basically this Nalgene cup filled to the brim, that it would probably boil in about 6 minutes. And you can see I've got a pretty good rolling boil. The stove is still burning just as strong as it was when I showed you the last clip. So I'm pretty, I mean, that's awesome. That is really awesome. This stove will make it in my backpack, you guys, for some outings, and I definitely recommend it. You can see it's doing an awesome job. So my next step is coffee. I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. I appreciate you tuning in to see this review and the other videos on my channel. I'm looking forward to many more now that it's 2010. As time allows, I will keep posting, and several ideas rolling in my head, you guys, just a matter of putting them on video. So again, thanks for your support. Take care. Happy New Year. God bless.